Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things life, love, spirituality, love, attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. I am filming this very, very early, a couple days prior. I just have been feeling a little under the weather. I'm not sure what's brewing inside of me, but I can just feel like some sort of sickness is coming. So I was like, you know what? I might not be able to film this over the weekend. So we are going to film it ahead of time just in case I don't feel good. And I feel a big energy coming, and I feel a surge, and I even got extra Palo Santo sticks to handle this energy today because my house feels, let's just say, vibrant with extra energies and spirits and low vibrations, unfortunately. So we're going to use a little bit of some extra juice to help us clear any vibrations that are hindering you guys. So we're going to call on our guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Please bless me. Oh yeah, look at all that smoke. It's so good. Bless my cards. We're going to do a deep cleanse today, you guys, and bless my viewers. Bless me, bless my cards, bless my viewers. I have another basket of cards over here that we're going to use. Oh, I want to light my candlesticks too. Yeah, so anytime you need a little extra cleanse, you can either just group together your your Palo Santo and your sage. If you don't have a bundle, you can group these together, and I just put these out in water real fast. Super easy, and it saves the sticks, so we're not burning them all the way down during the entire reading. And for those of you, if you guys are wondering where I got my matches from, so cute, right? My sister-in-law got them for me. It says, you make the world a brighter place just by being in it. So that message is for all of you, and that's the sun card. That's the sun energy. We are all here because our light is needed. We jumped into these bodies. We came into this planet because we wanted to feel, we wanted to make change. So if you can always imagine, like there's people, you know what? I wanted to light my candles. I knew why I was touching this box again. Let's use blue this time. They say that like as souls, we're waiting in line. Oh, what am I doing? I was just thinking it was Palo. We're waiting in line to come to planet Earth. So it's like when we get here, we're like, oh my gosh, this journey is so hard. Why did I pick such a hard path? And but in reality, we chose it. We wanted to come here. We wanted to experience it all. And I know for me, the most important piece is learning how to manage your soul living in this vessel. So early on my journey, we're going to pull some Micah magic first, I just heard. So early on my journey, I learned after my daughter had passed away, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, like, comment, subscribe, let me know where you're coming from or where you're watching from. I had a daughter 12 years ago. She would be 12 this July, and she was born with a muscle disorder, and she quickly, 6 months later, flew back to heaven, uprooted my life, changed everything, made me appreciate the small things, made me appreciate children and kids and the kind of things we do to our kids in this world, you know, diminishing them and telling them to be quiet and go in your room or go play this video game to keep yourself busy so you don't bother me. What I learned is that because my energy hadn't always been regulated, I was always in that energy of needing everybody else to be quiet and needing everybody else to be in line and perfect and nobody touch my things because I wasn't regulated. And as a sensitive, I grew up in a house where my parents didn't understand sensitivities and I didn't understand my sensitivity. I always wanted to be alone in my room and my parents thought it was weird. But in reality, I just was needing to come home to my own frame, my own energy. I was sensitive to noise. I was sensitive to energies. I was sensitive to food. And then it wasn't until my daughter passed away that I woke up to all of that. I gave up sugar for 6 months. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I have a gluten allergy. I have a dairy allergy. And I started to think really clearly and I started to be happy for no reason. And there was no reason why I should be happy right after my daughter passed away, but my body felt so pure and it felt so clean for the first time in my life. I was like, oh my gosh, I'd been living in a body that didn't know how to manage her energy, didn't know how to manage her food, didn't get sunlight often. I did because I played sports, but I just was not taught how to handle everything. So being on a spiritual journey, I take deep, deep pride and I practice taking care of my body first. I make sure as soon as I wake up, I try to get outside and feel the breeze, feel the sunshine. Even if it's winter like this morning, I meditated outside, even though it's kind of cold, and there was no sunshine. But taking care of first card, of course, has nothing to do with energy, but it has everything to do with energy, financial freedom. So somebody's going to be getting some money this week. But it's because you're learning to take care of you and your vessel. So when we're on this journey and like we're feeling this heavy energy, we have to know how to soothe ourselves and set ourselves up to feel good, because you can't discern between your energy and somebody else's energy if you're eating crappy food and if you're drinking crappy things and you're hopped up on caffeine all day long, or if you're constantly looking to numb with alcohol and weed and all these other crutches. you know, when I went sugar free for those 6 months, I was the cleanest I'd ever been. And I was like, wow, I can be this happy even while I was grieving the loss of my daughter. And, yes, I was numb still that first year. I didn't really feel my grief until year 5 and 6 post loss. That's when everything really hit me and was like, holy crap, Michelle, look what you've been through. And then I spiritually awakened later. But it really is, if you're not taking care of your body, you will struggle. You really will. You're not going to want to take action on things because you're going to be tired. You're going to be lethargic. I know every time I hit the gym or do a meditation, afterwards, I have all these ideas and I have all these things I want to do, and it just motivates me. And on the mornings that I don't do that routine, I feel like I end up taking a nap that day and I'm not as productive, and I distract myself with little things and I don't really get things done. So, first message is your body is important. Learn how to connect with it. And for the purpose of feeling good. Because when you feel good, you're going to attract those like financial windfalls, and this is a big piece. You're going to feel like you're on the right track in your life when you feel good, because you're going to be motivated to take action, and you're not going to be sitting around just waiting for a windfall of money to drop. Yes, I believe in miracles. Yes, I believe in manifesting money out of thin air. But what about, like, for me, I know my greatest joy is when I get paid for my work. Like, I love when clients book sessions and money comes in through my Venmo or my PayPal. I'm like, yes, I get to help somebody. And yes, I get to go shopping, or I get to eat yummy food tonight because I just got more money. That feels so much better than just sitting around waiting for a miracle. And I'm not saying that that can't happen, because when you connect to spirit and when you ask for miracles, they do arrive. But your service and your light needs to happen. We need everybody waking up. We need everybody doing their mission and getting paid for it and providing for themselves and feeling good that they're adding value to our planet. Okay? For some reason, I keep my thought keeps going back to, what did you start off talking about, Michelle? Why did you get on the tangent about your body? And I can't remember. I wish I could rewind it real fast. It's gonna drive me bonkers. Oh my God, you guys, look at my strawberry. It's a heart. My daughter, for those of you that are new, my daughter sends me hearts. Oh, I didn't even connect the two. I freaking have a strawberry heart on my sweatshirt. Oh my God, I could cry. I literally could cry. Oh man. Whew. So spirit is showing up big today. My daughter's showing up big. Cheers to this month. This is the month of love. Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays. I'm going to leave the heart so everyone can see it. This is exactly what happened to me when my daughter passed away. She passed away August 29th in 2012, which was 2012 was the first year that the awakening, and excuse my throat, it just gurgled. That's when the first awakening really happened. A lot of YouTubers who are spiritual teachers, they talk about how 2012 was their first awakening. And that's ironically when I had my daughter and when she passed away. So that was my first awakening, although I was not fully spiritually awakened. So on your journey, when you first awaken, you're going to start to see all of these signs. You're going to see all of these synchronicities. You're going to feel like you're blissed out. And it is just the most insane feeling on the planet to feel like something that you can't see, feel, or touch is talking to you. And for me, the hearts and the synchronicities with the hearts and my daughter, and it was just something that kept me alive. So I'm sending love to anybody right now. If you are going through a loss, if you're going through an awakening and you're seeing all these signs, maybe your past loved one is sending you hearts, they're sending you roses, they're sending you flowers. I just heard dandelions, feathers, pennies, dimes. If you're getting hawks, if you're getting crows, if you're getting these like strange experiences, you're going through an awakening. And the universe, your angels, your guides, my daughter, your loved ones that have passed away, they are trying to communicate to you. You're awakening to your truth. And the reason why they talk to us through signs is because they're here to assist us. We're now awake. Imagine somebody laying in their bed and they've been dreaming their whole life, living the mundane life, being a robot, going to work, coming home. And then all of a sudden they wake up and they're in this new reality. They're like, wait, I'm not this body, I'm a soul. And then all of a sudden your spirit family's like, hey, we're here to guide you now that you're awake. And they're going to send you these signs. So when they come in, thank your guides. Thank you, Micah, for making that synchronicity with the hearts and the strawberry heart. Like, what are the odds of me having strawberries in my drink today? I did not plan this. This is crazy. I got a pink drink from Starbucks earlier, and I took all of the ice and the leftover strawberries from the drink, and it was just sitting on my counter. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to pour that in a cup and add some water. And I have my little red juice, organic stuff. I just added 1 scoop of that to make it a little pink. So this is not a pink drink from Starbucks, but this is the strawberries from it, which is too funny. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Your loved ones and your spirit family now see that you're awake. So now they're going to show up in your life in the craziest ways, and they're going to let you know that they're here for you. It doesn't always mean the lottery is going to hit or all of a sudden you're just going to get money out of nowhere. It is about your spiritual path. It is about your evolution. It's about who you're becoming. The girl that I was when my daughter first passed away and I first saw hearts, I never really finished that story, but when she passed away in August, I think it was September, October, I started to go to the gym and I started to make these green drinks. There was like a protein drink with greens, like a superfood. And I went to scoop the greens powder out, and inside the container was a white heart on the inside. And I just dropped to my knees. I started crying and I could just feel it. I knew it was her talking to me. So from that day forward in 2012, in September, October, I don't know which month it was, I then knew that when I see hearts, that's my Micah talking to me. That's her saying she's with me, she's going to guide me. And I went through 12 years of seeing signs. So I'm like the sign girl. That's why I make the sign videos. But on my journey, you bet your ass around year 5 and 6 post loss, I hated signs. I didn't want to see another sign. I was pissed off. I wanted my daughter back. I was like, what does this even mean? I don't even know why I'm getting these signs. They don't mean anything. Nothing's happening in my life. And I went through this angry phase, which is part of the grieving process. And then I woke up one day and realized the hearts aren't always just Micah. The hearts are the universe. It's my higher self communicating to me in a way that I can decipher it. So when people book sessions with me, and the reason why we're getting this card and we're getting the financial freedom and the feel good to attract good is because these signs are leading you to a better life. A life where abundance comes to you naturally, where you're doing what you're meant to be doing. Like before I sat down to do this reading, I was questioning myself, like, why am I filming this so early? Like, why do I feel a need to do that? But I follow my spiritual guidance. I connect back, and I've seen 12 years of how the universe works. I've seen how our angels and guides speak to us through hearts and through signs and through 333 and numbers and 1111. And it's been a wild ride. And it really is cool to understand it once you do understand it. But you guys all have a different language than me. It might be similar, but it might be different. And you're on this journey. If you're newly awakened and this is your first year seeing signs, just know that every single sign doesn't always mean you're going to hit the lottery. Okay. Every single sign doesn't always mean that something bad's going to happen. That's your ego. There's never a sign saying like, hey, something bad is coming. Never. Okay. So trust that. If you feel any kind of ickiness, like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, and I just saw the sign, like, warning, stop, don't go, you're in a low vibration, and the universe is just showing you that you just attracted a low vibrational sign because you're just not thinking positively. So you have to pull back your energy and go, okay, I just attracted this like icky feeling. And it's because I was already in that energy first. So everything that you're seeing outside of you is what you're attracting to you. So let's get some different messages. Let's ask Micah and my guides to bring us. I asked for something different and they're still saying money's coming. So hold the line. Money's coming. I do believe in miracles and I do believe in the lottery and I do believe that we can create our reality. This card is kind of flipped up, so we're going to take it. You can trust that voice. There you go. So your guides are saying you can trust that if you've been wanting to manifest big money, it's on the way. My guides are funny. Like, I try to get you guys grounded and not be like sitting around wishing for a miracle. And then my guides come through and they're like, no, the miracles are going to come. Micah, I love you. I have to admit, in my 12 years of understanding signs and synchronicities and doing the thing, money does always come in after you feel this tight squeeze energy. Like, you just feel like you're a bad person. Your ego gets loud. It tells you that you're never gonna, reach your dreams. It just tells you your shame comes out. All of your self-hate comes out right before you get some money. So the next two cards we have, thank your guides for all you have. And miracles are on the way. This is my typo card. Excuse my typo. I have a big fear of being a perfectionist and when I wasn't perfect as a kid, I was, diminished for it. So when I made this deck, I had a typo and I kept it because I wanted to prove to myself that it's okay to not be perfect. And how funny is it that I made the mistake on this card? So we're going to call this card Miracles. Miracles are on the way. And we have financial freedom, money's coming, miracles are on the way. Thank your guides for all you have. So when you feel good to attract it and you're in appreciation, you're in gratitude, you're being like my sweet little Micah angel here, and you're just so grateful for every step of the way, that's when things usually drop in. I was just teaching a client the other day that when you get on the dance floor with the universe, I call it dancing with the universe, you're in the same frequency, you're on the same vibe as the universe. You're kind of like, okay, let's word it like this. So say you're in an auditorium, right? And you're in the stands, you're in the seats, and the people on the stage are the ones receiving miracles. They're the ones dancing with the universe. Well, on that stage, that's the only spot, my throat chakra, so this is a message you need to hear. On that stage is where you're connected to spirit. You're seeing the signs, right? So when you're in the audience, you're not seeing angel numbers, you're not seeing hearts, you're not seeing feathers, you're out of alignment. You're not on the dance floor. Well, when you feel good, when you start to appreciate your life, when you start to get on your mission and maybe you quit a job that's just draining your energy, you just left your seat and you walked up onto that stage and you're like, I'm ready to dance. I want to live a better life. I want to create my reality. I want to dance with the universe. And when you're on that stage, it's scary, right? You're risking being seen. People are going to see you on your stage. People are going to see you fail when you try to do your mission. People are going to see you on YouTube and maybe critique your readings or critique what you're doing or your clothes or how you look or how you talk or if you make a mistake, you know? you're just risking being up there. But the reward of being up there is what? You're in alignment, you're in the flow, you're getting the abundance. Money's coming to you because you're up there and you're doing the thing that your soul came here to do. And you're not hiding from the world, staying in a job or staying in a relationship that keeps you small and in the dark, watching everybody else thrive. That was a great analogy. I've never taught dancing with the universe this way, so I'm definitely going to make a whole video on this for my community. So I'm so glad that that just came through. But when you're on the dance floor, that's where all the signs live. And sometimes we can see the signs when we're not on the dance floor because they're trying to pull us out of our seat and they're saying, get up, get out of that seat and get on the stage. We need your light. We need you to be doing your mission. And I like to believe that, winning the lottery or coming into a lot of money is like that firecracker that the universe kind of plants in your brain to light you up, to get you motivated to take action towards attracting that. So then you all of a sudden start meditating, you start doing affirmations, you do subliminals to try to attract abundance. But guess what's really happening? What's really happening is you are walking onto the stage saying, okay, if I want financial freedom and if I want to be doing what I love, I have to get on the stage, which means I have to start the YouTube channel. I have to start the podcast. I have to write the book. And what happens is when you step on the stage, AKA you start the channel, you start the podcast, you start the book, that's when all the money starts arriving because the universe is like, they figured it out. They're doing what their soul came here to do. You did not come here to sit in the stands, to sit in the audience and receive $1 million and not do anything with it. You came to be on the stage, to dance with the universe, to shine your light, to play, to experience, to taste, to travel, to see how the miracles do drop in. And a lot of times I just heard your family members and your parents and your siblings, they might not understand your path. They might not understand what you're doing and you're going to feel alone. But guess what? These signs, the hearts, the feathers, all those things are going to keep you going. It's going to make you feel like you have this other family that you can't see, feel, or touch, but yet they're talking to you every single day. And to me, that's my greatest joy, is knowing that I'm protected no matter what. I am being shown exactly what I need when I need it. Like I walked into Target the other day and I saw this sweatshirt and I was like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of my childhood. There's hearts all over it. And it's just, the material is wonderful. It feels so soft. And I was just like, I want to take care of my vessel. I want to feel good in my body. And this brings back childhood memories. And I want to be in my inner child and feel this way. So I've been wearing the sweatshirt every day since. It's just my go-to now. And I got the best pair of sweatpants. They're like cargo sweatpants. They're so comfy. I'm wearing them every day. I don't care. I don't know about you guys, but when you buy new clothes, do you just like wear it nonstop and not care? My neighbors have seen me wear this like 3 days in a row now, but I don't care. So butterfly spirit. So when you step onto that stage, you are stepping into a new version of you. You're realizing, wow, I wasn't flying in the audience. I was in the dark. I was in the chrysalis phase. I was being prepared to step on stage. And normally my clients book readings with me and book sessions and book the mentorship with me when they're ready to step on the stage. But sometimes they don't even know that they're ready. They just are like, I don't know why. I want to work with Michelle. I just love her energy, or I want to be around her more, or I need answers about this. And all of a sudden they do one session with me and then something activates inside of them. It's like I flick a switch inside of them and all of us, not me, but maybe their soul flicks their own switch in the session and they awaken more to their truth. And they're just like, man, I want more of this. I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to understand my dialogue, my language with the universe. And it turns you on to this journey and you become the butterfly. So when you work with a healer, when you work with a mentor, you guys are receiving healing energy from that person. Every single session that I do with my clients, whether it's the mentorship or one-on-one readings or one-on-one coaching sessions, and I just started working with parents who are wanting to understand their sensitive children, who, their sensitive children might be psychic mediums, right? So I'm now opening up my doors to all parents who want to learn how to parent a child with a sensitivity. Well, when you're on these Zooms with me, you're receiving an energetic healing. So a lot of times people will purge on their calls with me. They'll cry. They'll get rid of old emotions that's been stored so deep down in them for years. And some of my clients have been doing like 7 to 8 years of healing. And then they connect with me, and it's like we unlock something that they haven't tapped into yet. And it's really transformative. And that's why I do the 8 weeks, is because normally around the third or fourth week, they have a massive breakthrough and they just feel different. And that's all they needed. And we finish out, I mean, that's not all they needed, but once they have that breakthrough, then I teach them what to do with it, what to do with this new you, because you're literally brand new. You have new wings. You're learning to live life in this new way, not listening to your ego, choosing to feel good, understanding energy, knowing that when you go into a restaurant and all of a sudden you start fearing your finances, that might not be you. That might be the person you're sitting next to is in like major financial distress, and you're picking up that thought pattern. Because I always like to see people walking around with bubbles around their head, and the bubbles hold all of their thoughts. And when you walk by somebody, when you hug somebody, you are now in their bubble. So you can feel what they're feeling, you can hear what they're thinking. And we don't always know the truth, right? Until we talk to the person and then we find out that they're really stressing about something. But I've learned to master my work in the last 12 years so that I can really trust my intuition. And I know that when I'm thinking a thought about finances and I wasn't even worried about mine and I'm fine, I then really know it's somebody else I'm around, and I can have compassion for them and be there for them if they need help or if they need to talk about it. So learning about that in my sessions is so important for sensitives, because you have to be able to learn how to manage, again, going back to the body. That's the same thing, the body, mind, and spirit. It's all one. We have to learn how to manage our energy and know what's ours and what's not ours. So if you're newly awakened, book a session with me. I can help you understand your energy and help you understand what your body needs and how to battle the ego and how to befriend it and let it know that it's your friend, because you need your ego to get out of bed in the morning. You got to be able to like my ego wanted to put on the sweatshirt. My ego wanted to wear glasses and a headband today. My ego wanted to keep drinking the drink. Your ego is your personality. But the wounded ego, the part of you that's jealous, vindictive, judgmental, deeply desperate, yearning for love, that's the wounded part of the ego that I help you become aware of, and I don't let you listen to it. So keep that in mind, that we need an ego. It's healthy, but the wounded ego, we can leave that aside. We can put that, I always say, put that to sleep. We can give it a nap. My other spiritual teacher calls it a barking dog. She's like, just quiet the barking dog. Okay, so these two just fell out. I was just going to start to shuffle, but these two just came out. Guides are great. Look at this. Spot on. Awakening card. Yes. You guys watching my channel, you are woke. You are awake. Maybe you just started awakening, but you're going through this experience where you're going to be changing. And look at him hanging from the tree. He's just observing. This is somebody who, I'll put it a little bit closer so you can see, this is somebody who now has a whole new perspective on life. It's like when we awaken, we get flipped upside down and we're like, whoa, I am appreciating the sunshine now. I like animals now when I didn't before. Like some people are like that. And my phone just lit up, so I'm going to check this out and make sure it's not an emergency. Okay, no, we're good. Okay. So it's like, whoa, we're appreciating things now. We're doing things for ourselves that we've never done before. We're saying no, we're setting boundaries. We are realizing that, oh man, I've been attracting narcissists. I've been attracting chaos. I've been losing money. That's because I attracted it. Oh man, like I have to fix this. I'm the one that's in charge. So a lot of times with my clients and in our sessions, we talk about like your bubble. I love bubbles. I love talking about bubbles because I think it's clear, it's concise, and you can visualize it. So imagine your bubble. If you are thinking a negative thought towards a narcissist or a person that's hurt you or just a struggle that you're going through, if you're thinking a thought towards that person, you're giving them oxygen and expanding their bubble with your energy. So you're basically going over to their balloon, if you want to call it a balloon, and you're blowing more oxygen into their balloon, which is putting your energy into their field. And they're going to feel it and they're going to have it. And now they have your energy and now they can do something to you. Now they can think more negative thoughts to you, or now they're going to be prompted to text you or to do poor things to you. So you don't want to give any oxygen to anybody else that is not supporting you. You need to keep your bubble clear and being mindful of your thoughts and going through an awakening and saying, oh my gosh, whatever's in my bubble, I'm basically saying, hey, universe, could you bring me more of this? What's in here right now, which is your thoughts. So think about your thoughts and your feelings, and you are going to pause that and you're going to say, no, I don't want to think a negative thought about anybody. I don't want to put more oxygen into their bubble for them to continue to do whatever they're doing, you know? And the same goes with positive energy. If you want to help somebody, if you want to send them love, if you want to do good things for them, or maybe they're about to have a surgery. In my family, this is like the most beautiful story, you guys. In my family, my uncle, he needs a kidney. And it is just so freaking awesome. My cousin is the donor. So they're going under surgery on Monday, and it's going to be just the most beautiful thing ever. Like, how giving of my cousin to offer to give his kidney to my uncle. And, you know, they're not father and son. They're, you know, my cousin is, that's his uncle too. And it's on the side of the family that my mom, who just passed away. So I feel like my mom is totally guiding all of this. And she would be so proud of them for doing this for each other. And I sent texts to all of them, and I was just like, I'm sending so much love on Monday. I will be praying. I'm going to ask my YouTube channel. I'm going to ask my community to all send good energy, because I believe what's in our bubble, if we send positive energy and love and healing, that expands that person's bubble to receive more of that when they're ready to receive it. So same goes for negative energy, same goes for positive energy. Okay, so you need to be discerning now that you're awakened and you know this. Your thoughts are everything. I said that funny, everything. So if you want to attract miracles in your life, miracles, you need to start thinking positively. You need to start trusting yourself and knowing that, okay, if I am going through a tough situation in my life, I'm taking ownership. I attracted it. That's because of my old bubble. My old bubble, I used to think all these negative thoughts. I used to lay in bed worrying about money and worrying about people and worrying about, you know, my boss yelling at me or being rude to me. Well, the universe is showing you what's in your bubble. Your external reality is literally a reflection of what's in your bubble. So when we want to change our lives, the people that we're around, the hatred that we're getting, the frustration, the breakdown, the money that's flying out our pockets, we have to go within and shift what is in our bubble. Okay, the next card we got, wow, 8 of Cups, the need to move on, seeking more from life than what you are experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities, leaving home. So it's a man and his dog, and he's leaving his house. He's saying, I'm done. I want better for myself. I cannot live this way any longer. So somebody has either just made a massive change. Maybe the universe kind of stripped things from you. I know I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and he just hasn't been acting in integrity. And I was trying to tell him, like, stop, like, be honorable. Don't do this, because the universe will literally intervene and it will make his life worse. And I don't know if he believes in all this. I don't know if he understands that when we aren't acting in integrity and we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not being honorable, that's in our bubble. And we're consistently going to attract more karma to stop us from repeating that pattern of whatever we're doing, where we're abandoning ourselves, we're abusing ourselves, we're sabotaging ourselves. If we keep acting each day, if you're taking an action and you're doing something you know you shouldn't be doing, you're opening up a karmic loop. So that's the same thing as your thoughts. If you're thinking negative thoughts towards somebody, that's opening karma. You don't want to open karmic loops all day long. You want to be closing the karmic loops. You want to be acting in integrity. You want to say, no, I'm going to pick up this trash on the ground. I'm going to not talk to this person if they're flirting with me and they're already in a relationship. And I'm going to take care and not spend this money because I'm going to honor myself and keep it for myself. And I'm not going to abandon myself thinking I need to do something or share myself with somebody that is not appreciating me. So you start to just tighten up your bubble and you become this really integral person. And that's when things really start to get better, is because you're being a good person and you're learning the lessons. And the only reason why I'm teaching this and the reason why I know it is because I used to be this way. I used to be somebody that did not act in integrity, and I had all this chaos in my life. And I had to get smacked on the wrist a couple times by the universe. Throat chakra. To wake up. I needed somebody to say, Michelle, be honorable, act in integrity, don't overshare, don't, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of all the little things that maybe I did when I was in my teens and my 20s and even in my 30s. But it was like a smack on the wrist, like, no more, don't do this, be good, be good. So that's my the message from Michelle, me not channeling right now. That's my message to all of you, is really tighten up your ship, clear out your bubble, be a good person. The people, and also have compassion for the people that are not being good people, because they literally are just really, really desperate for love, desperate for attention, and they haven't quite been able to see themselves from a higher perspective, why they're doing what they're doing. So we're going to sit back and we're going to have compassion for them. We're going to understand that any narcissist behavior or patterns is just coming from somebody who's deeply wounded, and they want to be vindictive and they want to hurt you because they don't know how to handle their own emotions yet. And they will. I believe that they will eventually. But we just have to be gentle and not think negative thoughts about that person, right? Okay, let's do, I feel guided to do Gabby Bernstein's deck. This is the universe has your back. Beautiful universe messages. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Okay, first two cards. I honor how I want to feel, and I surrender to a power greater than me. So I honor how I want to feel. I surrender to a power that's greater than me. And a blue butterfly is a message for somebody. Blue, purplish. No, it's more blue. And I know one of my clients, blue butterflies is a message. And for me, that's a message from my mom. And we also, don't forget, we got the butterfly card. So trusting that I honor how I want to feel. You're choosing how you want to feel living your life. You're not putting hatred out into the world. You're being honorable. You're acting in integrity. You're healing and mending any past decisions that you haven't been well and haven't been doing good and haven't been acting in integrity. You don't always have to go to the person to be sorry. Actually, I'm done using this deck. We got two, that's good enough. You can just do it within yourself and write yourself a nice letter, or write that person a letter energetically. Let's get some messages for money. Since we did get two money cards, financial freedom and 777, and we got miracles. Invest me in your growth. So this is purchasing, time with a healer, seeing a Reiki practitioner, seeing a social media coach, a business coach, an abuse coach, booking a session with me, doing the mentorship. This is spirit saying it's time. You're ready. You're ready to get on that stage, and you're ready to go to the next level. Your butterfly spirit is saying, we have wings waiting for you. And I just got a message. They just gave me a vision of when I was getting a massage this week. And my massage therapist, she's amazing. She's so good. The last session we did, she was like, I think I want to use my gua sha on you next time. And I was like, okay. So we spent the whole session on my upper back and in my chest. and she used the gua sha tool. And I was all marked up afterwards. It was so cool looking, but like she literally was using the gua sha on around my shoulder blades. And I like to believe that I have ethereal wings, and I just feel an energy in my spine, like right around my shoulder blades. I just feel like something's there. And I often have dreams like this video right now. If you're like me, do you have dreams where I feel like I'm flying and I feel like it's like this energy. It's like I can feel the wings behind me moving me down and then moving me up, moving me down and moving me up. And I'll come out of a dream and I'll be like, was I just like traveling astrally? Like, where was I? I just felt like I was flying. And it is this sensation, like it feels like my legs are going down and then coming back up. And that's what happens with wings. You know, imagine if you had wings on your back and they were actually moving and working, your legs would feel like they're going down and up. So I often have these dreams and I know that it's my wings and I have them in this lifetime and I have them on me right now. So when she was guided to do the gua sha on me, the whole time she was doing it, I was like, she's creating space for you can have multiple sets of wings. I don't know if you guys have ever watched videos on ethereal wings or etheric wings, but you can have baby wings and then they can get bigger. You can have 3 sets of wings. One could be purple, one could be white, one could be the color of the chakras. So I knew she was working around both of my shoulder blades, right? And she was using the tool the whole time, the whole session for an hour. She's in this one spot. And I'm like, she has no idea about spirituality or any of this. I was like, but she's literally allowing my wings to create space for more to come through so that I can be seen, so I can shine my light. And normally people have back pain or upper neck pain when they're not allowing themselves to be seen. So they're shrinking themselves. They're not letting their wings come out. The wings represent you putting yourself out there and being seen. So when we don't want to be seen and when we want to hide ourselves, we're hindering the growth of our energetic wings. So it's important to, going back to the money card that we got, is when it's time to start stepping on that stage energetically, just to dance with the universe, to learn more, to expand more, to heal, to release trauma. When people book a Zoom with me, that's them saying, I'm ready to get new wings. And that's why I created this card, literally. It's because of those etheric wings. Like, we all have them and we all are meant to use them in this lifetime to shine our light, to expand. And when we invest in ourselves, money is literally telling somebody, book a session, book the mentorship with me, book a session, book a reading, just do it. Don't think that money won't come if you spend it. I'm telling you, people always get the money back and it'll come in a weird way. You'll get it back. You'll get $1,000 from insurance or from a family member, or like my one client, she booked the mentorship and then her mom sent her like $500 for graduation, and she graduated like 4 years ago. So the universe will always supply you that money back, and it might come in small amounts, but it's paying you back because guess what? You invested in yourself and you're allowing your wings to expand and to grow. And if you feel called, book a massage for yourself and ask them to work on your upper back if you want to open up your wings, okay? Your guides and angels will bring you the right therapist, so like massage therapist. They'll bring you the right energy work if you want to work with a Reiki healer. Okay, look at your past. Did you treat me well? So the last message from money is, in the past, you might have been, I don't know, not so great with your money. Maybe you didn't track it. Maybe you didn't thank it. Maybe you didn't bless it. Anytime money comes into your reality, anytime it's going out, you want to bless it because you want to give the good energy to somebody else and you want to receive good energy coming in. And this also creates a flow of love. And I just was reminded of the hearts again. So I'm hearing that if you're seeing a lot of hearts, just like how I do with my daughter, that could mean money's on the way. So pay attention. If you're seeing hearts, that's saying that you've healed your relationship with money and more is coming in because you started to love yourself and to open up that relationship. Money is literally like your best friend, and you need to nurture him or her. You need to talk to them every single day. You need to thank them for being in your world. You need to share them with the world. So you're building this bond with money so that it can come to you and it feels safe. And your spiritual gifts are needed, and you're supposed to get paid for them. Okay, we don't want to do everything for free, because that's not how God made us. He made us to exchange and to barter and to use our gifts for good. So we have to be able to be willing to accept it first. Okay, let's do a final message here. We're going to do Tosha Silver's prayer deck. I feel like people are needing some prayers today. Hydrate. Make sure you're hydrating yourself too. Cheers. So good. Bottom of the deck. Somebody's being called to travel. Where are you being called to go? Are you seeing license plates? Are you feeling like you're seeing things on social media? Are people talking about going to a certain city or environment? That is your guide saying, hey, we need you to fly there. You could just need some sort of energetic upgrade. You need a reset. Certain areas and certain ground, maybe water, the beach, the mountains, they give you juice. Literally, you'll feel juiced when you leave that environment. So sometimes we are called to go to certain states or cities or countries to heal so that we can recharge our batteries to come back home to do our mission. Divine timing. I know this card by heart. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nothing nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. Beautiful stars too. And they're making me think of the money again, the financial freedom, the 777, the money's coming. If you've been in a long drought without money, it's going to drop in. This is the week that it's going to drop in. Okay. I have a feeling for myself too, that I feel like I'm going to be getting more clients, and I just feel like I've been resting because I'm going to need to be on. I'm going to be needing to show up for people in a certain way. So trust the timing of your path. Actually, we're going to do, we'll do one more, and then we're going to do an angel card. They just said, cut the deck. Okay. Cutting. Clarity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. Look how pretty this card is. I love it. It reminds me of spring. The green is the heart chakra. So if you're looking for clarity and you're kind of like, well, I don't know what to do. A lot of times we have to think about, if you didn't do something, would you regret it? That's usually a sign you want to do it. If you're not sure what you're really good at, you can, reflect and think, what have people told me in the past that I'm really good at? Or what did people always want to hire me to do? And you can see what you're scrolling on social media. What are certain things you're obsessed with? What do you love watching? And you're just tuning into that little voice that says, hey, you should do this. That's the clarity. And it says, let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways. So I went to see a healer the other night, and she was talking about how, we were talking about how I've always just been so good with kids. And it's because I've been a sensitive my whole life, and I understand other kids who are sensitive. So even when I was teaching or babysitting or being a nanny, I've nannied my whole life. And I've always nannied kids that were sensitive, and I was perfect for them because I could understand them. I knew what they needed. I knew that they were feeling like they were having a tantrum, or if they were just feeling irritable and they didn't want to talk to me for some reason. I would be like, okay, I'm going to go sit on the front step. I'm going to give you some space. And all of a sudden they would kind of linger to the front door, and then they'd want to come outside with me because outside was intriguing. I knew in that moment that they needed nature. And I knew that if I said, hey, let's go outside, we'll make you feel better, that they wanted control. They didn't want to be told what to do. So I just left on my own and went out front. I knew that they were safe in the house. They were old enough. And I would just sit on the front step, and I let them be. I didn't try to control them. I didn't try to force them to feel a different way. It was just knowing what they needed. I know that their body needed nature in that moment to ground that energy because they were manic. They were in their fear. They were in their worry. They just didn't feel good. And I know that Mother Earth can pull that energy out of kids through their feet. So I took my shoes off and I went out and sat on the front stoop. They ended up coming to the door. They sat, then they came out and they were blowing bubbles with me out front. And within 5 minutes, they were better. So understanding that sometimes when we need clarity in our life and when we need answers, you know, me going to a healer and learning that, wow, I really am good with kids. I need to be doing something about that. I need to be helping parents understand their kids. So my clarity came in when I realized what I was good at. I've always been good with kids. So for you, what are you good at? What have you always been really like tuned into? And you're just like, I just know this. That might be what you need to be doing. And I think this week is a huge week for people coming into clarity about their purpose. Like it's just all going to come, it's going to be a download one day. Somebody might say it to you. Just like I went to a healer and she's like, you need to be with parents, Michelle. You need to be starting a group with parents, helping them understand how to support these children that are crystal children. They're light workers in these little bodies and they have parents that don't understand. Or maybe they do understand, but they just need assistance. So that's the clarity that's coming in this week. It already came in for me. It's going to be coming in for all of you. And that's how it drops in. It drops in through a meditation, through a healer, through somebody else, through a reading, through a YouTube video. So be open to getting that clarity. It might be coming this week for you, and it's going to come in divine timing. And then if you have ideas after you get that clarity, after that drop in, like it was so funny. I had a synchronicity. One of my guy friends, he's on social media too, and he teaches about fear. He also got the same download that he needs to help parents understand their kids' fear. So it's almost like it's a collective energy of lots of people are being called now to assist the children of our planet, because we're helping the parents, but we're really helping the kids through the parents. So look at that too, that your download or clarity that you get might be, oh, interesting. This didn't flip, but it was already flipped upside down. So we're going to take it. Your clarity might be a common theme around you, which is another synchronicity that you should do it. Okay, true offering. This says, may I release the fears? Of course, I was just talking about the fear guy, and we're talking about fears now. May I release the fears, illusions, and addictions that keep me from true offering? May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next steps will always be shown. Use me, love, use me for the highest. I am yours alone. So you might have a fear of letting those wings out and stepping on stage and being seen, and that's okay, but that's where you need assistance. You need clarity. You need help. You need to invest in yourself in a coach, somebody that can guide you to get yourself out of that fear or just push through it. And it's possible. But I always tell all of my mentees, they hop on Zoom and I said, listen, the next 8 weeks, we are removing what's blocking you from shining bright. That's all we're doing. We're removing what's been clouding your judgment. Hold on one second. Super dry throat. Okay. And that's symbolic of the throat chakra. Why you can't speak, why you can't put yourself out there. We're uncovering the fear that's been keeping you small and keeping your wings tucked into your body, which feels tight, it feels painful. It feels like you can't breathe. So we're going to be opening up that door. And I think a lot of people this week are going to get clarity on their path. They're going to get clarity on what they should be doing, who they should be working with, what they should be taking action on. And I believe all planets are direct right now, which means action. We are full speed ahead. If you're feeling that push energy from behind, you are 100% on the right path, and you can trust it. You can trust that voice. And it's going to lead to your abundance, right? So you want to be taking action this week on any kind of inspirations or ideas. Like I had that thought, I had that download, and I wrote it in my journal. I'm like, all right, I'm going to be making a post soon. I'm going to create some sort of cute reel and I'm going to post it and try to call in parents that need me and that need these teachings, because who really needs it? The kids. And we need to be there for them. So where in your life are you being called to step up and lead? And we need to get you on board. So feel free. This is your call to action. Book a session, book the mentorship with me, send me an email. Everything's in the description box below. My mentorship is so affordable, you guys. It's literally like less than $200 per call, where most people who do a mentorship, It's at least like $250 to $30 or $300 per session. So mine is super, super affordable, and you're going to get so much out of it. So if you feel called, do that. If you're a parent and you want assistance, you can just book one session with me. We can get you started. I can give you the tools and you can do it on your own. And then we can do check-ins later. We could do random readings. We can pull cards, whatever I can do to assist you. I'm here. Okay. I'm sending you all so much love. Enjoy this week. And I will be back. Hopefully my feeling in my body will go away and I'll be healthy this weekend so that I can film a midweek reading for this coming week. So don't forget, financial freedom, money's coming. So pay attention to any little drop-ins, even if it's just like $1,000, $600, whatever it is, that is still the universe providing for you. And be grateful and know that the signs are always here. Where's my heart at? Did it go away? Yeah, it went away. But how cool was that? That was pretty wild, the strawberry heart. Your guides and angels are going to do the same thing for you. So keep those eyes, ears, and hearts open. All right, love you. Sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. All right, peace out.